Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that it took me a little bit to make this video. I actually was doing a video earlier this morning, and honestly, I've just been in a bad funk today. I don't know why. It's just getting myself into drama kind of puts me in a weird mood afterwards after I get myself out of situations like that. But I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to get out of my bad funk a little bit by either playing music or watching something funny or something. But yeah, I'm returning to you for a premiere video. This is actually going to premiere a little bit before the evening time today. This is for Rammstein's new album Zeit that I just got done listening to. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for all 11 songs on this album for Zeit and let you know my thoughts on it, which Zeit means time, of course. So let's dive right into this album review. Now, I know this album comes out on April 29th, but I was able to find it due to a leak that got leaked a day or two early. But what did I think of this album overall? Um, it's actually pretty good. I wasn't hating it. I wouldn't say it's gonna be the album of the year, but it's something entertaining. So, "Sad People's Army" is the first song, which also means Armée der Tristan, or however Till Lindemann pronounces it. The lead singer's name is Till Lindemann, so yeah, his vocals and the way he's singing in German sound really good. So, wasn't hating it, but it was just the melody that sounded a little weird, honestly. But in a okay way, I think the song did pretty solid. So 4.5 out of 5 for the first song, Armée de Tristan, also known as Sad People's Army. Next song is Zeit, which means time, and which stands for time, I believe. The English term for it is time. Zeit was my favorite song. I really enjoyed that song, and this song definitely depicts a lot of weird emotions you feel for this song. Like, it could be sad and moody kind of song, but also has a little bit of an interesting flow to it. So I did enjoy Till Lindemann singing in it, and it sounded pretty good with the drum work and guitar work. So pretty outstanding song. You can definitely go check out my EP review for Zeit. I reviewed the song itself and the remixes as well. So yeah, Schwarz, which means black, an English term, is the third song on the album. That was a pretty good one too. Wasn't hating it too much. Like I said, I got done listening to this album on my first listen. I know I should give it more listens before giving it an actual review or something like that, but yeah, I wasn't really hating this album that much. I think it is a pretty good listen. Just there are some songs that are alright, but and the other tracks are pretty outstanding. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for the song Black, also known as Schwarz. That was actually pretty solid of a track. A pretty strong track, I should say. Sorry if I'm mixing up what I'm trying to say. The next song is Gift Teague, which also means toxic, an English term, and yeah, I really enjoyed this song. It's pretty outstanding for what it went for, and I just uh, didn't hate it too much. It had some good drum work in it, and I really like that about the song. Until Linderman singing in it sounds pretty good, so yeah, 5 out of 5 for this one. The fifth song is Zigzag, which means zigzag. I remember reviewing it. I'm not a huge fan of this song, in my opinion, but I think it's solid for what it is. The electronic work in the song is a little weird. It makes the song sound a little quirky, in my opinion. But I think structurally it did alright. So 4.5 out of 5. The sixth track is okay, and that was a pretty outstanding song. I like the drum work and the guitar work in it. It's pretty solid and pretty strong. So 5 out of 5 for this one. Mein Tränen, which also means my tears, an English term. Um, Really outstanding song, and so is Angst Fear. That was actually pretty good too. So those two tracks are getting 5 out of 5s. Really enjoyed those songs. Dike to 10. I think if I'm pronouncing it right, I don't know. I can mispronounce some things. So please forgive me if I bring out the mispronunciation that's in me or whatever. But I can mispronounce things sometimes. But it also means fat tits, and I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. The title, the English term for it, is a little weird. I'm like, okay, then. It's still a strong track, it's just weird. Weird title, for sure. So, 5 out of 5 still. I did enjoy it melody wise and production wise, and the way the drums and guitar was sounding, and also Till Lindemann singing in it. Had some weird moments, but for what it went for, it was pretty strong. Then comes Logan, which means lies. Um, don't know if I'm feeling for the auto-tune until Linderman's uh, singing vocals with his German vocals, with his German singing and all that he's singing in German. It sounded a little off-key a bit, but in a way, I think it did alright, so 4.5 out of 5. And the final song, Adieu, I think is how you pronounce it. It also means farewell. That's actually pretty outstanding closer. I really enjoyed it, and the melody to it sounded on point, and Till Linderman's vocals in it is pretty good. So yeah, pretty strong song. So 5 out of 5. Overall production, mixing, and execution, I think Rammstein's Zeit album was a pretty strong album. I highly recommend you check it out when it comes out on Friday the 29th. I'm not sure if I'm going to premiere this today or tomorrow, but I'll decide for myself when I want to premiere it. But overall, I think Zeit, the Rammstein album, was a pretty good listen. Highly recommend you check this album out if you haven't listened to it yet. I'm probably going to give it a few more listens to make sure if this album grows on me a lot more. But it did do pretty good for what it went for. So you're not going to be disappointed with this album. In my personal opinion, I think it did pretty good. But everyone's got their own opinion about music and movies and other things like that. But first score for me, I'm giving Rammstein's Zeit album an 8.5 out of 10. This was a pretty good listen. I didn't really hate this album that much. It's just, there were some moments where a few songs were a little off key, but at the same time, not a disappointing album. It's a pretty good listen. So it's going to be on my best albums of 2022 by the end of the year, for sure. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Rammstein Zeit album if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys for Rammstein Zeit, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for another review. It might be before this video comes out, of course. I was going to do the best albums of 2022 so far list. That's going to be put on hold just for a moment, but I gotta see what else I'm gonna be looking into for newer music and all that coming out for the end of the week, or at least today or tomorrow for the 27th and 28th. I gotta see what new music comes out for new singles and all that, but I hope you did enjoy this Rammstein Zeit album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. This is actually my first album review for their new album. Checking them out for the first time. So, yeah, I checked them out last month. I gave them a listen, and I was not disappointed with their music. It's actually pretty good. There's a few songs that are a little quirky on this album, but mostly Zigzag and a few others that I found to be my least favorites. But 8 out of 11 songs are pretty strong, so you're in for a pretty good listen. So stay safe, guys. Take care. I'll probably have another video before this video comes out. I might premiere it today or tomorrow. Haven't decided, but I'll let you know when the premiere date is going to be for this review. So I'll definitely see you in my next review.